welcome back to episode 8 of Ekko to 100, where I try to prove to you guys that you can master any champion in 100 episodes, starting with Ekko, obviously. So, back on the replay files, this will be the final one, hopefully, before we go back to some of the live games. See if we can get you some live action, and I can narrate exactly what I'm thinking at the time. We are sticking with the tank build. It has been doing us very good things in the previous 2 episodes, and potentially from the thumbnail of the video, you'll see how well this video does as well. This game does as well. The classic W star, we have the same runes as last time, being Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Bounty Hunter, Treasure Hunter, apologies, Legend Tenacity, and Triumph. If you want the reasonings for those runes, please go and look at episode 7. I explain it all there. Or just drop me a comment and I'll reply to you. Going for Red Smite again this game. I felt like this game I could have potentially gone Lich Bane, but I was playing these games to try and find out to see if the tank build was good consistently, and so far it has been. Let's see if this is. So classic clear here. We'll start with the red. We'll go into our Krugs, up to our chickens, wolves, blue, and then we'll see from there whether we want to go in for the Scuttle Crab, Gromp, or potentially a gank. So we are up against a Nocturne this game. First Nocturne of the series. He is a very fast clear, level 1 clearer, so that's what I'm focusing on at the moment, trying to get my clear as fast as possible. Unfortunately, that little rascal there resets, slowing our clear significantly, but I think that's, if you're playing a champ over and over again, something, especially in the jungle, something that you do really want to concentrate is game on game. You want to get through your full clear, if you're a full clear jungler, as fast as you can. If not, if you're a 3 clear jungler, you still want to get there as fast as you can, so that you can get to your invade, get to your Scuttle Crab, get to a gank as fast as you can, or even back if you're a predator jungler, get your boots and then do the other half of your clear, so that you can gank straight away. So you can see in the mid lane here, the Swain seems to be bullying this Ahri, which is lovely to see. Does get a kill. Bit of a spoiler there. And the Nocturne starts to chase. Unfortunately, I don't see this. You'll see that there's a flash there that came out of the Nocturne. He's got his Q on, so he's got the super speed. If you don't know, Nocturne's Mist gives him movement speed, so the Swain has to Ghost, and lucky for him, manages to get away. If I had seen that, it's hard to tell. I'd have probably gone down and used the W to get away. I don't really want to fight the Nocturne early. I don't think that he particularly wants to fight me early either. He's very much a full clear till level 6, and then, you know, gank whenever he rolls up, because it's almost a free kill. But we'll be following that later this game to see how well he uses it. So we see the Veigar Jax in top lane. Jax unfortunately gets an early death, and I think, oh look, Veigar's easy to kill early game, let's go for that. Well, you can watch this little chase if you want. It's a warning, it's quite frustrating. So we never quite get both of our passive stacks off. Every time I jump in, he seems to know I'm going to throw my Q, so he does a little sidestep. The Ahri comes out of the brush to save him, and he gets his E back up and gets away. I know, gutting. That could have been an early kill for Ekko. Could have gone back, got our Dark Seal, got our blasting one, and we'll have been way ahead. But alas, he manages to escape. And you'll see that that's a little bit of a theme going on in this episode. We'll be following that with the Dark Harvest stacks against our KDA. Currently, our KDA is 0-0-0. Fairly expected for 4.5 minute Ekko game. But we have 1 Dark Harvest stack. And we'll see those ratios change as the game goes on, because it's quite enjoyable to watch. So I start to back, I realise that the Ahri is low again, and I want to see if I can get a jump over the wall and kill her. Luckily the Swain manages to get it. If I had managed to be there for an assist, we would have got an extra 150 gold. If you didn't know, a kill is worth 300 gold if there's no bounty, and an assist, if you get an assist on top of that, you get an extra 150 gold. So again, trying to chase the Nocturne down after trying to steal his raptors. Again, we don't get it. We are 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists, and 2 Dark Harvest stacks. I'm sure you guys can see where this is going. We slack up that big chicken and just get out of there. Putting Nocturne a little bit behind. As you can see in the farm, we're almost a third ahead of him. Or double. No. 150% of his farm. There we go. Let's do some maths, Drew. So we reset. We get that Blasting Wand. We wait a second, and we also get that early Dark Seal. Perfect. And we move into our bot side, as we know our Krogs and our Raptors are up, and our red buff is spawning in under a minute. The bot lane here are also looking fairly gankable. You know, they're quite pushed up. They're half health. Unfortunately, they're 2 ADCs, which is just becoming more common and more painful. But we move to our Krugs. We can get that first, and then we can see we see the scrying plant go off in the bot side there, so we know that the Nocturne's there. As the Ahri has had to back as because the Swain has bullied her away again. The Swain. Oh, I wonder what happened there, actually. The Swain is also very low, so he probably turret died. But yeah, we actually get fairly far behind this game. As I go in for that gank in bot lane, I probably should have hit the Kai'Sa. I thought that the Civil was an easier kill. Fortunately, I was wrong. That Morgana Q, so close. You know what? If I was that Nocturne, that Morgana Q would have hit me, because that's just how Riot codes this game. I think it's if the Morgana's on the other team, the Q's always longer and wider. Again, we go in for the gank. We get the Dark Harvest stack. Currently at 3 stacks. No kill participation. Yeah. Our red buff is up, so we go back to that. Our Swain moves up to the top lane to see if he can get this Veigar. He's obviously seen how much of a snake this Veigar is, and the Jax manages to get a kill. That's great. We want the Jax to get ahead because he is very, very good in the late game. Meanwhile, Ahri is left to push her lane, getting a plate. I think I was trying to get 6 here. I was seeing if I could get 6 before I could dive, but I'm still a little bit of XP off. We W over. I was out of vision, so the Ahri didn't see it, and you can actually E over that wall, which gives it just a really nice gank path, and you can do that on the other side as well, which is what I was planning on doing in the early game before the Swain got the kill. Unfortunately, Ahri has flash, Ahri has R, and she's just hyper mobile, and we can't get a kill. What we did get, oh no, we didn't get a Dark Harvest stack. I thought we did on that. No, I guess she managed to get away as fast as she could. What that does do is we can see that the Nocturne is on box side river, just below the Swain here. So we can snack up this Rift Herald. I go for the Rift Herald here over the Dragon, even though I want Dragon Soul. I don't think I could take it early game. If the Nocturne's anywhere close in the vicinity and has level 6, I'm dead. If I'm sitting on a ward, our bot lane is also being pushed in, so we don't have priority in bot lane. We do have priority in top lane, and we have priority in mid lane. I think, okay, let's go for the safe objective. And I see the Veigar in top side on a 3rd health, and I think that's an easy kill. I've got 6 now. I can't die. I get stunned. I get. Oh, I thought I died there. No, the Jax did. The Jax gets ulted. I managed to ult out. Just this Veigar, man. Yeah, he was getting on my nerves. I have to admit. I didn't see the R on the Jax here, which is why I'm staying back. I think that he can one-shot me if he gets close enough. If I had really been paying attention and not just spamming my R trying to get out from under turret, then I would have noticed he didn't have R. Probably gone in for the kill here. So as soon as he drops that cage, I should have gone in and EQ'd, and he would have probably been dead. Alas, we didn't. We weren't paying enough attention, unfortunately. So we go back to our clear. Again, 0-0-0 with 5 Dark Harvest stacks now. It is what it is. I mean, at least we're getting the Dark Harvest stacks from these ganks, rather than nothing. Because if you don't know, every soul you get, the next Dark Harvest proc will do more damage. So currently we're doing 69 magic damage. Yeah. But every soul on top of that will be doing an extra 5 damage, and then it also scales with various other things as well, your AD and your AP. AP predominantly, obviously for Ekko. I see the Jax has managed to catch the Vigar out. I want to see if I can come around over this wall, but the Jax manages to clean it up. And I think, oh, okay, you know, let's walk up there and let's dump our Rift Herald. You know, this is exactly the time that you want to do it. On the bot side of the map, 4 of them moved to take the dragon, and the Jhin ulted it, which is just, you know, sometimes you get bad ADCs, guys, but sometimes you get ADCs like this. ADCs and supports, I should say. The support was very handy there as well, pushing them off the dragon, but in the end the Jhin ult is the one that got it. I know that the Nocturne was on bot side because he was obviously getting the dragon. I put my ward down just in case he starts to come up, pull the red into the bush, and I snack on that. Starts back. Don't back. That's quite a frequent thing I do. I've been noticing throughout watching these replay files. But I've noticed his chickens are up, and I want those as well. So yes, state of the game at the moment. We are currently 2,000 gold ahead with 3 kills up. This turns from this point. You can see the Nocturne has hit level 6. Didn't need it to get the kill on the Jax, but did anyway. Managed to get the kill. We want to back now. We've almost got Iron Ash's Tooth. I thought we did, but we managed to get the boots as well. We don't have magical footwear, so we actually have to buy boots now. Almost a tragedy. And we get Ahri gets a shutdown on the Swain as well. So not good. We're only... that actually completely catches them up to gold. So just in 2 kills, you know, the Vigar managed to get lots of plates as well. But they've completely bought back the 2,000 gold lead we had. So I get these. The Ahri is here, and I want to do the same trick again. Unfortunately, she runs out of wave, so she has to back off slightly, and I go back to doing my red. Because I'm worried that the Nocturne is going to see his red is missing and decide that mine looks tastier anyway. So we get the Nocturne ult. He is unfortunately camping top lane, and he gets another kill. We're now a kill behind. Currently, we have no kills, although we do have 5 Dark Harvest stacks. And I see bot lane nice and low, bullying our ADC, who managed to steal the dragon. So there we go. First kill of the game. And first assist of the game. So there we go. Instantly from nothing. And the reason we were able to do that, and the Nocturne didn't just take over this game, is because look at our farm. We're 30 farm ahead of him. We're almost double his farm, which means that we are almost at his first item, whereas he's only just bought his first component. We also have slightly better tempo than him. He had to rely on his ult for 1 gank and didn't for the other gank. He did manage to get 2 kills. In the same lane, which again is very good. Like, we are only 500 gold up, so at the moment the Nocturne and I are probably about the same level, apart from the farm is the only change, the only difference between the two of us. I could see that the Nocturne was in my top jungle, so I assume that that's all gone. Unfortunately, I do forget, so spoiler alert, I go and check my top farm and it's not there, and I ping it out in rage. And probably a bit of stupidity as well. And the Ahri is pulling ahead of the Swain. She does get the solo kill on him. Unfortunately, I think she goes under tower and gets killed herself. You know, that's fine. The Swain loses out on a couple of minions there. But if you look at their minion as well, that's the difference between... That's the reason that the Ahri has managed to hang on, even after being, I think, 3 kills behind. She's managed to keep her farm. She managed to get her mythical item as soon as the Swain did, and still be able to combat him. So here I think I can take some of this tower. It was too risky. I felt like the top lane was missing, and there he is, the Vigar coming down. And we just move back into our topside jungle where... Oh no! My wolf's gone. Blue buff did spawn in the time that Nocturne left, so I do manage to keep that. And take that for myself. And the mid lane and the top lane have decided to both fight. It looks like we are doing fairly well in both. The Jax is unfortunately 2 levels behind the Veigar. Let's find out if it matters. So we see that he's quite low and we decide to move up as well. Just waiting for the Jax to push in before we reveal ourselves. I don't think I'm on a ward here, otherwise he would have moved back. But we E in. We see he uses his E, so he can't stun me like last time, but he does use his ult and just burst me so much faster than I was thinking he would be able to. And that's another reason against comps like this to go for Chem Tank over Lich Bane. Because yes, we probably would have managed to burst him down as well, but if he had got his ult off at all and the Jax does manage to get the shutdown, that's worth mostly, there was a 300 gold shutdown there, so we managed to get 600 gold off it. And the Nocturne manages to get the dragon. That's fine, we're one dragon for one at the moment. So yeah, that's why going Chem Tank is better than Lich Bane, because yes, we could have done a lot more damage to him on a tower, but as soon as we've used all of our abilities, that's it. You know, we can't do anything else apart from ult away and potentially try and re-engage, at which point they know we're there. With Chem Tank and Nash's Tooth, what I can do is I can sustain that ult, sustain a tower shot, and then wait for my ult to catch up, and then ult him under tower. You know, you lose turret aggro if you ult, even if you still end up under tower, because you go untargetable. And you gain back almost half of your health, depending on how much damage you took within the past few seconds. So I can see that the Ahri and the Swain are fighting again. The Ahri, again too mobile. The Q on the way back manages to kill the Swain, and I just decide to back out. I think I can go back with my ult here. Unfortunately, I do it a little bit too late, and she uses her final leap to get away from me. So she gets a leap away when I'm about to kill her. She gets a leap in to kill the Swain. Oh, no. To re-engage with me. And then a leap away again. You know, and if she gets a kill, she gets another one. That champ is too mobile. Swain, in the meantime, using his ultimate. Not Swain, sorry. Nocturne. I don't think he actually appeared anywhere on the map there, so he must have just... maybe he was coming in for me and just lost vision at the last second. We go back to our red buff. We're currently 1-1-1 with 9 Dark Harvest stacks. So our Dark Harvest is currently doing 150 magic damage. And... oh, okay. So the Nocturne oversteps. We managed to get a free kill. The bot lane goes in too deep as well. We get the stun. We get a shutdown kill on the Kai'Sa. And we see the Sivir support. The Jhin gets a really good W off. And we get a triple kill. What was I talking about before? 1-1-1? I don't think so. We're 4-1-1 now with 12 Dark Seal stacks. Not Dark Seal stacks, Dark Harvest stacks. So that's what I'm saying. The Dark Harvest is putting in some work now. You know, it was just doing over 100 damage last time we checked. 30 seconds ago, and now it's doing 127 damage every time we get someone below 50% health. You know, the rune is great. It scales. It scales infinitely. So back on the map now, we have the Dark Seal as well. So we do have 6 Dark Seal stacks after losing them all 3 of our stacks in top lane against the Veigar. I popped the Herald slightly early. I think it was running out. I didn't realise the Kai'Sa was up here as well. The Ahri does come in, but she's got ult up again. Do we manage to get that? We don't quite manage to get that, because she has flash as well. Swain flashes in. Can he get it? It doesn't look like it. And the Nocturne uses ult. Comes in. Don't think he saw the Morgana there, but we just have to get out. We want to save our ult. We could have potentially gone back in there, but it would be too risky. I don't have stopwatch. My Swain was low, and if my Morgana gets caught out, she's dead as well. So, we've just got a triple kill. Let's back, let's spend our gold, let's get our turbo Chem Tank, make sure that none of their team can one-shot us. Because they are mostly a one-shot team. I mean, they've got a fair amount of DPS in the bot lane, but the Nocturne wants to one-shot me, the Ahri wants to one-shot me, and the Veigar wants to one-shot me, as you saw when I dove onto his tower. You know, funny that I dive on the tower and you die. Right, just takes a bit of practice, I promise. No ganks on the table at the moment. I don't think that they're going to go for Baron. Let's do our top side and we'll move down for Dragon. Because that's what we want now. We want Dragon Soul. So yeah, episode 8. What I think I'm going to do, to be honest, it's a little way off. But I think as soon as we get to episode 25, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a poll out and see what you guys want as the next champion that we take to 100. It'll probably be mostly jungle, but I see this Vigar. He's used his E. Gets stunned there. I don't think it probably should have, but oh well. We get the W off, and the Jax gets the kill. Perfect. Finally get a stack on that Vigar. And I come back here over and over again. I just loved killing this Vigar this game. I did see the red ward back there, the pink ward. Sorry. But I want to get down to Dragon as soon as possible. The Jhin gets a kill on the Ahri, and unfortunately the Nocturne was already on Dragon. What are you going to do? It's only second Dragon. We will make significantly more effort to do the next two, as now they are close to being able to get their Dragon Soul, which we don't want. If anything can bring them back in this game, it is the Dragon Soul. Excuse me. So yeah, I think I'll put a poll out, probably about 5 champions. I think most of them will be jungle champions, so let me know if you are looking for a different lane that you want to master, a different champion in a different lane, and I could potentially put that on my list as well. I was thinking like a Yasuo or a Yone, I think could be fun. You know, it's just good gameplay. But yeah, let me know in the comments. So Jax pushes up slightly too far, not knowing where anyone else is, and unfortunately again dies. He is coming back on farm now, at least, so his items are good. And the Ahri has caught herself out. See if I can get the pinch there. And again, she gets away. So let's run back there a little bit, actually, because there's something that I want to show you here that I do wrong. Something that a lesson I've learnt from this game, and will take onto my next games. So I do the wolves. I see the Ahri and I think, okay, it's perfect. She's split between me and the Swain. So what I do here is I E straight in. What I need to do is I need to use my chem tank first. I didn't have chem tank, unfortunately. But I need to go in, auto, and then as soon as she ults, that's when I E. Because that's the only thing on me at the moment that will stick to a champion. So that's something to keep in mind if, you know, let that be a lesson learnt to you guys as well as to me, that if you've got them pinched, if you're coming from behind them and they've only got one escape route, which is through you, they have to come to you. Get autos off first, get the slow in your Q off first, and as soon as they start getting away with an ultimate or a flash, that's when you E-roll towards them and dash with your extended auto attack range. Another interesting thing there with the E is you blink towards them. You don't dash, you blink, which means that I managed to get out of that Vigar cage for free. There you go, the more you know. There's something about one-tricking champions is you get to learn all of these sort of really, really small, really minute details. And then as soon as you're up against, you know, if you're up against the Ahri again, you know to save your E. If you're up against the Vigar again, okay, don't E roll into the wall, E, and then auto-attack a minion or something outside the cage, and then you're scot-free. Perfect. So we can see there's a little fight going on in mid lane. The Swain has had to ult. There's a good black shield from the Morgana. The Swain manages to get a kill. And, oh man, this Morgana is doing some work. Love it. The Nocturne ults slightly too late again. He loses vision. I do a defensive W just in case he does manage to come in. And that's that, really. You know, quick mid lane fight. And just go back to doing our farm. So you can see the Ahri going from, I think, 0-3 to 3-3 is now 3-6. So we've managed to shut her down again. Not directly. I don't think we've been involved in a kill with her recently. But we have just been putting pressure on her lane and pressure around her surrounding jungle, so that, you know, if I go and steal some of her jungle and run away, the Nocturne then goes into his jungle, realizes that I've been there, pings it out to the rest of the team, and the Ahri thinks, oh, okay, this Ekko is all up in the jungle, all up in my jungle, or what should be my jungle. I need to be careful. I need to not push up. I need to not risk farming. Anyway, we managed to catch the Nocturne. We're 2 levels above. We've got the Jhin around, again with a really good W. And he goes down again. I roll forward here to see if I can get the Kai'Sa. She flashes over and I don't know where anyone else is, so I don't want to get caught out. We got 1 kill. We'll take 1 kill. We'll also take the wolves. It's my wolves now. So Swain gets a really good E off on the Kai'Sa. We managed to get a good E off and a good W off. A good Q off, sorry. I don't think the Swain needed to Zhonya's there. I think he also flashed forwards even though I'd thrown my Q out. Yeah, look, he takes a tower shot here and doesn't die. So, a little bit unnecessary, but you know, with the new tower changes, you're never quite sure. You know, I swear sometimes it does. You know, it slightly tickles the underneath of my chin, and the other times it halves my health and executes me. Yeah, we'll take the blue, we'll take the Gromp. Dragon is up in under a minute, and we want it. So you can see, after falling behind quite a lot, I think we were something like 3,000 gold down and 5 kills down or something by the mid-game. Towards the late game, we are really starting to bring it back. I'm waiting here because I know that... here's the thing. I know that they know I want the dragon. So I know that they're coming in. And I wanted to see if I could ambush them. Unfortunately, 3 of them managed to pinch me. The Jhin was in bot lane. He started moving up, but I would have been dead by the time he managed to get there if I had stayed. So I move out slightly. And the Jax is unfortunately in top lane as well. It does mean that they get... And the Swain doesn't come down either. You know, they have different priorities. They do get this. I go in, see if I can get a kill before I ult out. I don't. I ult out. Anyway, the Nocturne just has vision on us. Manages to get the fear on me. I try my hardest. The Zhonya disappears. We manage to get the Nocturne, but we ourselves go down. Bringing us down to 15 Magi stacks. We weren't quite at the 25, but with a couple of kills that we got the Nocturne after we died, and we got the 2 bot lane, which the Sivir and the Ahri in bot river, which we assisted on, so we got 4 more from that. And stepping back onto the rift now, our blue side is all up, so we'll go take that. All of our lanes are quite pushed in. The Jax is quite far up there, I think with 4 of them I saw. Something that we won't get to if he does want to fight. Well, something we probably don't want to get to if he does want to fight. So we just snack up the blue. I want to take this Scuttle Crab as well. And then I can hover potentially if I need to. And I do need to, so I go straight in. Get the Q off. And just start, you know, wailing on this Veigar. You can see, like I said earlier, I have chosen my target this game. And I'm going to kill him. Unfortunately, he gets away again. We go back in with the W and the ult. I don't know if you saw that. Sorry, I slipped slightly. We managed to get the E. We do manage to get the Veigar. We managed to get the Kai'Sa as well. The Jax manages to pick up this kill on the Ahri. And we are at 21 Dark Harvest stacks. 22, I think, is our record so far. I say screw the wave. I want the inhib. So go for that. And then I believe we move up slightly so that we can see if we can get the Nocturne as well. Who's fighting the Jax. And failing to fight the Jax. The Jax has hit level 16 and is absolutely slapping with his auto attacks now. I was waiting for the minion wave there, which I just noticed is halfway across the map. And the Morgana takes the fast space. You know. It is what it is. And our ADC pings Baron. I agree. Let's go Baron. I think even without our even without our Morgana, we can do this. As long as someone else tanks for me, because I am quite low and Baron does a lot more damage now, especially since we're almost hitting the 30-minute mark. So the Jax starts to tank, and you know, we take the Baron fairly uninhibited. Unhindered. Uninhibited? Is that a word? You know what? Uninhibited. If it's not a word, we'll coin it. And we just want to go back, take some of this. We need that little something for our Void Staff. Again, no one has built magic resistance against us. This game, not even boots, not even Mercury treads. They do have a few items left in their inventory, and I think that they might start itemizing towards that, which is why I want to do that. I want to get. You see, I got the sorcery pot as well, and the Jax almost dies to the Vigar, who gets absolutely annihilated by me. And I don't know if you saw in the thumbnail, but is this the moment? Is it? Double kill. So me just virusing from one player to the other. The Kai'Sa, I managed to get my E off on just before she goes invisible. I get the slow off on the Sivir with my W. Get a quadra kill. I think that the Nocturne's based. And he's run back to base, he's healing up. You can see up here his health getting higher, but he does come out again. Can we do it? We get our proc off, we get our Dark Harvest stack off, which is absolutely slapping at this point. We E in, we have to ult out, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we do not get the Pentakill. But we do take their Nexus, which, you know, some say is just as good. So another very good, very consistent, apart from the 2 deaths, we'll ignore those for now, very consistent tank Ekko build. You know, a very consistent 25 Magi stacks. We finished this game on 25, we finished last game on 25. We finished the game before that on 25 Magi stacks. It is just almost 100% guaranteed. It is if you take the sample range of the 3 games that we've just had. And looking at the damage graphs, we are in first place with a whopping 30,000 damage done, which is insane. You know, considering that they've got, you know, we had the Swain and the Ahri who are constantly fighting. Both had Liandry's and both have AoE, so they do lots of damage. We had the Jhin in bot lane, absolutely slapping. The Vigar and the Jax were constantly fighting as well. The Nocturne was fairly passive. I think he only, you know, he had some very good ganks, which he managed to get off even without his ultimate, which is good for a Nocturne. You know, some Nocturnes you see don't do anything. They power farm until they get 6. They ult when they've got ult up, and then they go back to farming, potentially taking some objectives. And it does work for some, but if you can gank with the Nocturne without using R, then that's really where you want to be with that champion. Looking at runes, we have hit our record. 26 souls harvested with Dark Harvest, doing a whopping 2,580 damage. Our sudden impact doing almost 1,000 damage. I don't think we've broken 1,000 yet. That's our next goal, to break 1,000 damage with sudden impact. We collected all 10 eyeballs, giving us 30 AP. Collected all treasure hunter stacks. The Triumph giving us 1,353 health restored and 400 gold. That gold is something amazing, something that really helps you get to your 5th/6th item. And we completed Legend Tenacity at 18 minutes and 10 seconds. So anyway, if you enjoyed today's game, if you enjoy this build, please drop me a like, please drop me a comment, please let me know if you have any other Ekko builds that you want me to try. I've been Smackjack, and I'll see you guys in the next one.